Hi, I'm Art Zimmet of the law firm of Zimmet and Quarles. This week, a tragic highway wreck highlights the importance of safety restraints for both children and adults. On Tuesday, outside Orlando on Florida's Turnpike, a 9-month-old baby boy suffered serious injuries and his mother was killed when the van that they were passengers in blew a tire and rolled over. The mother was not wearing her seatbelt, and the boy was sitting unharnessed in his child safety seat, which was not secured to the van. We here at Zimmet and Quarles urge you to take simple steps to ensure your safety and the safety of your child in automobiles. Driving on Florida's roads are almost always the most dangerous things we do each day by a long measure. In the United States alone, car accidents are responsible for 1 death every 13 minutes. One simple step can go a long way in reducing traffic fatalities. Use proper restraints for you and your child. Using proper child safety equipment in your car can decrease your child's risk of suffering injury by 80%. That bears repeating, 80%. Just putting your child into a car seat reduces their risk of injury by 80%. Let's review the different types of child safety equipment available for today's cars and trucks. For children, their weight determines the appropriate safety seat. If they weigh less than 20 pounds, you should use a rear-facing infant seat. If your child is larger, however, in the range of 20 to 35 pounds, you should use a rear-facing convertible seat instead of a rear-facing infant seat. In either case, make sure the seat is in the back seat of your car, not the front seat. If your child is between 35 and 40 pounds, you can turn them around in that front-facing convertible car seat and make them face forward. Remember though, always fasten this car seat in your back seat as well. Never put your child in the front seat. Once your child weighs more than 40 pounds, it's time for a booster seat. Booster seats are typically appropriate from the age of 4 to 8 and should be used until your child is at least 47 inches tall. Once they have grown to that height, they can safely use regular seat belts as adults do. For each of these child safety devices, make sure the seat top is at least 1 inch above your child's head. If it is not, head, neck, or back injuries can result in an accident. Now that you know which type of seat is appropriate for your child, let's look at their proper use. For rear-facing seats, strap everything down tightly and securely. Be sure the car seat is strapped to your back seat tightly and that the harness fits your child snugly. If the seat moves more than 1 inch in any direction, you haven't installed it securely enough. Second, improperly installed car seats can be just as dangerous as not using one at all. Never put a rear-facing car seat in your front seat if your front passenger airbag is active. In that position, the airbag will hit the back of the seat where your baby's head is. Serious injuries and death have resulted from such impacts. Third, check that the car seat does not allow your baby's head to fall forward. If your car seat did not come with an angle adjustment mechanism, you can change the angle yourself safely by simply inserting a rolled-up towel or something similar under your child's car seat at the place where the vehicle's back and bottom meet. If you're still having trouble, there may be a certified child passenger safety technician in your area who can help. Just do a Google search for CPS technician. Okay, some troubleshooting for rear-facing seats. If your baby slides to the side or down in his or her car seat, never pad under your child or behind your child. Always apply padding around him or her. Don't use safety inserts unless they are manufacturer approved for that specific car seat. Premature babies should not ride in car seats unless they have been tested to see if they are able to. For forward-facing seats, again, check that the car seat is strapped into your vehicle tightly and that the harness fits your child snugly. If the car seat can move 1 inch in any direction, you haven't secured it well enough. Make sure the shoulder straps are at or above your child's shoulders. Also, check the instructions to be sure that you have run the seatbelt through the correct path for that seat to face forward. It can be easy to run the seatbelt through the wrong path meant for the rear-facing position. Make sure the belt's going through the right path. Lastly, all vehicles newer than September of 2000 have tether straps that run from the top of the car seat to anchor it to your vehicle. Tethers protect your child's head from moving too far forward in the event of an accident or abrupt stop. If you have an older car, buy a tether kit and install it. Do not use a tether kit meant for a different seat. First, All children younger than 13 should ride in the back seat. If you absolutely must transport more children than can fit safely in the back seat, the next best option is to have a child who is in a forward-facing seat ride in the front. If you must do this, move your vehicle seat as far backwards as you can. The goal is to move the seat and the child as far away from the dashboard and airbag as you can. Remember, these safety precautions are simple and should be followed by everyone who drives your child. If your child is driven by someone else, childcare, school, etc., make sure they are in the right seat for their age and that the seat is installed properly. Ask your daycare center to read their written protocol for driving children. Check to see if it includes provisions for driver's licenses, staff-to-child ratios, and supervision by someone other than the driver. For booster seats, there are only 3 things you need to do to properly install a booster seat. Booster seats require both the lap belt and shoulder belt portions of the seat belt. Never allow a child in a booster seat to wear just the lap belt portion. That exposes him or her to severe head and neck injuries in the event of an accident, as there's no restraint to secure the upper body from moving. Second, the shoulder belt must cross the center of your child's chest and shoulder. If the shoulder belt is not in the middle of the chest and shoulder, it can cause internal injuries in the event of a crash. Third, the lap belt must be placed across your child's upper thighs, not his or her belly. Again, if the lap belt is placed across the belly, internal injuries can occur. Okay, some troubleshooting for booster seats. If your car's back seat has only lap belts and no shoulder belts, you should not use a booster seat. Instead, find a forward-facing car seat that's built for older and larger children. In addition, some travel vests are compatible with lap belts. In some types of vehicles, you can also install aftermarket shoulder belts. Next, manufacturers sell 2 different kinds of booster seats, the high back and the backless. Use the high back models if your car does not have a headrest or if your car has low seats. The backless variety are more convenient because they are easier to move from car to car. In addition, they're almost always cheaper. Okay, lastly, children wearing adult seatbelts. Once your children are about 4 foot 9 inches tall, they can wear adult seatbelts just like you. Just be sure that children do not put the shoulder belt behind their back and never let children share seatbelts. Remember, if you or a loved one have been injured, you might not need a lawyer. But before you hire a lawyer, sign any forms, or talk to an insurance adjuster, make sure you get the valuable books and information for free at our website, zqlawyers.com. That's zqlawyers.com. They're free, and we're confident you won't be disappointed.